Hi guys, and welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade. And this is the day in the life of the kitchen. So, Steve is making breakfast. He's doing the kids an omelette before they go to school. And he thinks it's all impressive in a minute, guys. What? Wait for it. Excuse the breathing, I've got a bad chest. This cough is still lingering. So yeah, like I say, Steve is doing breakfast. You see, what he's not showing you there, you see he's all clever tossing that omelette about, look. But I saw him on the struggle bus when he was editing this, trying to fold that omelette over. That's a good thing about you editing and it's TV, you can cut it out. Anyway, that's the kids' omelette for breakfast. And that is what they had this day. So it's Amy's pack up. She's the only one that takes a pack up. I will show you how I made the tuna pasta. My kids are very, very basic, especially Amy. She does not like stuff mixed in. So this is just tuna pasta. And she does like to take it to school. So I did make it the night before, but I did record it. So she's got a little container there of tuna pasta. Excuse any sniffles. Cold as well, guys. Sorry. Everyone's giving me the germs. That's the lemon traybake I made. Obviously not all of it. This piece of it. Little chunk of cheese, because she's got to have a cheese. And a bag of quavers. Eventually. And they all don't stop falling out. And a fruit shoot. And that is what she had that day for her pack up. She does take a snack as well. Something simple. For break time. Generally that's a pack up. So this is the tuna pasta. We do like to use them thick curly noodles. They don't go soggy and stodgy like spaghetti noodles. Stay nice and firm. Now we're trying to get Amy to have something other than just tuna in with her tuna pasta. So this time I decided to grate half a cucumber and put that in, and it actually worked. She ate it with it in. She said she knew it was there, but it wasn't so bad because it went in chunks. So that's the start. I'll take that. That's something else added in. But generally she is very, very awkward. That's 3 tins of tuna, by the way. Standard small size tins of tuna. And a full pack of the pasta. Because Caitlin will have this for a tea the next day. So there you can see I've grated up the half a cucumber. Just getting this mixed up. You can see it's made a lot. That's why I use the 3 tins. Because it doesn't just do for pack up, it does... always have some for dinner when the kids are at school. One of them always has it, or both of them, has it for tea at some point. So it comes in handy to have it in the fridge, really. I know if I stuck any onions in there or tomatoes, there's no chance you'd touch it. I was a bit worried about just putting cucumber in, to be honest. But she had it. So I will keep doing that. All mixed up. Me waving about the bowl. Every time Steve says, just keep the bowl still and it'll focus, and I still wave it about. After that, what did I do? Oh, I made a chocolate tray bake. This was so light. They are much better when you use oil over butter. They're lighter, firmer, softer. I will put the recipe for this in the description. I had some mint chocolate chips left over, so I just decided to add them at the end. So mine was chocolate mint chip. So I'm just mixing the eggs in and adding all the liquids together. Then I'm just going to add the dry in on top and then just mix it. It's as simple as that. And it's the same size pan I always use for my tray bakes. Them lovely strawberries there that you can see. They will in a minute. They're out the garden. They're all coming through now. We've had a few off. And they're really nice. So all the dry ingredients are going in now. And use my new whisk. So much easier, guys, honestly. Should the day this whisk ceases to be, I shall get another OXO one. I know that for a fact. So anybody that likes chocolate, this when it's baked has a lovely rich chocolate flavour. You could use a slightly bigger pan than I used, but I like the size that I use. Can't clear this, you know. Steve's phlegmy cough on his, and that phlegmy chest is still lingering as well. And then they all decided to pass it to me. I always end up with it last. So just using my ball clips again just to make sure that that paper's all the way in. And they're the mint chocolate chips that I had left. So I'm just going to pop this in. Like I say, you could have used a bigger dish, but I don't know, I quite like this baking pan. It gives me the depth that I like on a tray bake. Mind you, I've got tons of pans. I could probably have found another one just the same. I'm one of them people, I stick to what I like, you know, if you know what I mean. What works for me. I'm resistant to change. What can I say? So there's the chocolate chips. And we're just going to bake it. And every oven is different. You can see it down the bottom there. No, it's not burnt. I promise you it's not burnt. It's just so deep chocolate. So we're making the frosting and chucking it everywhere. I hate icing sugar, I really do. So it's just some butter, icing sugar, cocoa and milk. Which I really need to top up again because I'm getting low. I don't like running low on stuff. Icing sugar just gets everywhere, doesn't it? Dog's down there looking for scraps. She ain't getting none. So there was. So look at the state of my hands, look. Good job everyone knows I'm doing chocolate cake. Oh, it gets everywhere. So, yeah. I added a drop more milk into this. You gotta be careful with ice and sugar because you can go from having the right consistency to it being really wet. But you want a thick buttercream. So there we go, it's going now. It's all coming out of the whisk, mixing up. And that is a lovely buttercream. That's how thick you want it. You want to be able to just spread it on top. And I don't do anything fancy with this. This is just for us at home. I literally plop it on. Spread it out and Bob's your uncle. The only time I would probably mess about is if it was for people come in. Like I say, this is not burnt, I swear. Or if I did like a wedding cake or a birthday cake, obviously, then I would make sure it looked as it should do. But no. For a cake we're just going to munch at home? No. You'll see the inside of this cake when I cut it, how dark it is. So I promise you, it's not burnt. Spread it out. You can see there's plenty of that buttercream. And it's a quick, fast recipe. You can see how dark that is. That's why I'm saying to you, it is not burnt, look. It's super rich. And it is super moist. Num num num. Obviously the kids were first to try it. Steve enjoyed this, which is highly unusual for Steve. It's more savoury. And this was the beef and onion casserole that we had for tea. So in goes 2 packs of diced beef. Yes, 2 packs because look how small the dice them up. It's just ridiculous. The time you've cooked it long enough to soften it, half of it's broken up. So yes, I used 2 packs. And this Steve had got from the corner shop. But as soon as he was on the school run, and usually about that time they stick the reduced stickers on. So he grabbed a couple while you watched them doing it. So yeah, cost about the same as it would for 1 pack of meat. Add some flour in. And this flour is going to help to thicken it up later on. This was all cooked on the hob, on the simmer setting. Sorry guys, I'm getting the snuffles now. Just make sure you cook out that flour. Although to be honest, this is going to be cooking for a couple of hours on simmer anyway, so it should be alright. I'm going to add some hot water in there. Now I'm not doing a like full pot if I was doing a stew or something. So in goes some all-purpose seasoning. A couple of small bay leaves, which I managed to find and fish out, so Steve didn't eat them this time. Some garlic. As much as you like. At the end of the day, you're eating it. If you like a lot, put a lot in like I do. If you don't like much, just put a bit. Yes, that's me going in with the Marmite again. I say it every time. I do really think that adds to the richness of this dish, of any casserole, to be perfectly honest. So in goes some celery stalks that I've chopped up, leaves as well. It's all flavour. And that's half a large onion, which I've just sliced. You can see that flour has done its job, it's thickened it up. And the Marmite has given it its colour. I'm adding a bit more water because of how thick it is already, because I know I've got to simmer this for a couple of hours. And it'll just get thicker and thicker. Some carrots. Just add what vegetables you want into this. I kept it basic. There we go. We'll let that simmer for a bit. So I've got some baby potatoes here, which I've just chopped each of them in half. I'm going to put some oil over. And some seasoning. So that's garlic granules. No, the first one was onion granules, sorry, that was garlic. That was all-purpose seasoning. And I just want some flavour on the potatoes, that's all. I'm not looking for a coating like I have with roast potatoes. Just some extra flavour. Some salt. Some black pepper. My kids quite like a black pepper. And that was some parsley. And believe it or not, chip spice. It's not just for chips, trust me. There it is. It's going in. Potatoes are done. I've got some pre-made, whatchamacalls there, and some garlic bread. Like I told you, this was a simple casserole. I did add a beef stock pot into this, but it's been missed somewhere. Maybe I didn't record that bit. But there was a beef stock pot as well. And there is the beef and onion casserole, potatoes, vegetables, and Yorkshire puds, and a bit of garlic bread to dip in the gravy. Hope you enjoyed the day in the life. That's what I got up to that day. And I'll put the recipe for the cake in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.